What's going on, guys? My name is Lane, and today I'm doing a 20-year rebuild of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the reason I chose the Bengals because last week, in my Patriots 20-year rebuild, Burrow was on all kinds of teams, and he has to stay with the Bengals. Let's be honest. He's going to end up being a 99 overall superstar X Factor. I should say I hope, because who knows with Madden 22. But he'll be on this team, I would say, probably all 20 years if he doesn't retire, but who knows with this game, they retire whenever they want. Now, for running back, we have Joe Mixon, who I like a lot. 93 overall superstar development. Typically in these rebuilds, I don't have a superstar X Factor running back, and as you know, that helps big time in Madden 22. He'll get up to 99 overall superstar X Factor. For receivers, we have Jamar Chase, of course, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, our great receivers room. Now, at tight end, I didn't know they added Hayden Hurst. I believe Hayden Hurst was taken before Lamar Jackson for the Ravens, and Hayden Hurst is like 29 in real life. Yeah, 28 in this, so a year in the future, 29 years old. It was very unusual. I just didn't know that the Bengals brought him in. Now, of course, I did know about Collins, 87 overall star development. We have Kappa, we have Karras, we have Carmen, we have Jonah Williams. So a very good offensive line, I would say. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we have Hubbard, we have Hill, we have DJ Reader, Hendrickson, who I thought was going to be a flop. I thought they should not bring in. Keep Carl Lawson. And then they let him go. He went to the Jets. He got hurt. And Hendrickson didn't do that bad. Now we have Awuzie, we have Hilton, we have Flowers at corner. Could get a little bit better there. We have Jesse Bates, one of the best free safeties in football. We do have to work at linebacker, though. We have Logan Wilson, we have Pratt, we have Davis Gaither. And then for strong safety, we have Von Bell. I mean, defensively, that's what we're going to work on for probably most of this 20 years. But let's get right into it. Let's go to the playoffs. So we went from the Super Bowl appearance to 8-9. Very interesting. We are tied with the Steelers. I do want to ask you one thing really quickly, though. Did you like in the Patriots 20-year rebuild when I kept track of all the records and told you at the end of the video? Let me know in the comments below. Ravens 11-6, Browns 9-8, Steelers 8-9. I don't know how we do worse than the Steelers. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But Joe Burrow, 4,200 yards, 39-11, 65% completion. We'll take that any day of the week. Joe Mixon, 1,400 yards with 9 touchdowns. Perrine with 5. Receiving Boyd, 1,000 with 6. Interesting. Higgins, I thought this was going to be Jamar Chase. Higgins, 928, 12 touchdowns. Chase, about 800 with 9. I imagine Boyd's in the slot, if I had to guess. On the defensive side of the ball, Pratt, 135. Wow. Logan Wilson, 123. Von Bell, 108. Sack totals, 5 for B.J. Hill, 2.5 for Hendrickson. That's kind of what I was worried about. Interceptions, 3 for Pratt, 2 for Wilson. I feel like Pratt and Wilson are going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year talk. We're 17th in offensive yards. That's not great. Dak Prescott MVP, sure. Elliott 2, sure. Makes a ton of sense. Joe Burrow at 8, though. We'll take that. Above Josh Allen. All right. Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer, of course. Very, very realistic. Offensive player, we have Burrow at 6. Tannehill's up there. I doubt it. Lamar Jackson, like, sure. Nick Chubb's going to take it home, though. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. I can't wait to walk the Chargers. That might be the next 20-year we do. Because they added Khalil Mack. They added J.C. Jackson. It's very interesting. Von Miller's up there on the Bills. Are my guys really not up? That's crazy. 135 tackles, 3 interceptions. No credit. Offensive rookie, Najee Harris. Defensive rookie, Odafe Owe. Okay. So we knew Jamar Chase had superstar development, 89 overall. He's not going to go up to superstar after this year. Not a huge deal. Burrow, 91. On the defensive side of the ball, Bates is a 93. Mookie Betts, just a 93 overall. Ignore it, But I think we're good. What is going on? The Jaguars are going to win the Super Bowl next year? Sure they are. Beating the Saints with Jameis Winston, 28-24. He can't eat any of those W's right now. And Josh Allen, the defensive player, Super Bowl MVP. So in last 20-year rebuild, I showed you each and every contract I gave. I'm going to try to mix it up this time. I'll tell you the players I want to bring back. If I don't bring them back, I'll show you. But I'm not going to show you all the contracts on screen. Do let me know if you want me to change that, though, and I'll go back to the old way. We're going to bring back Jesse Bates, Hayden Hurst, no, Eli Apple. Probably one of these two, probably more so. I'll probably go Trey Flowers, a little bit taller. Other than that, we're good. And we are going to for year 1 in free agency, which all kinds of a mess. So probably not going to sign anybody. I hate this year 1 crap because we have $40 million in cap space. And you're not going to bring in any of these top names. It's not realistic. So you have to go further down the list. Like Vander Esch, I'd say maybe if Pratt didn't just go off and he's up to star development. Other than that, like Julio Jones, I don't think so. I think more than likely we are set. We'll probably work on I want to say defensive line or maybe a tight end in the draft, which is going to be disgusting. So we have the 15th overall pick, and we're going to take tight end Sam Fry. Normal development, that hurts right off the bat. I like almost everything about him that I see out of those truckings, D, but who cares? So Fry ended up being a 73 overall, which is fantastic. Then I took Goldsberry, he was a 67. But check out Frazier, 70 overall, hidden development, right outside linebacker, a position we definitely need. Personality type, intense. I love that. Stripping the ball, predictable player. All right, good. So we're an 86 overall team. The only thing that's different on offense is Fry is starting at tight end. But I should mention that I brought back Eli Apple because I believe Hilton might have signed a 2 or 3 year deal. He's 28 years old. We could trade him potentially before next year starts. Logan Wilson's off to superstar. And I actually want Frazier to start. What's your contract look like? You're 24? Guess I probably shouldn't let him go. But I do want Frazier to start if we can. Let's check out the specialist. I'm actually going to make him the rush right end. I think that'd be fun. All right, let's go to the playoffs. So we got one more win than last year, 9-8. That's kind of disgusting. The Steelers, 10-7. Kenny Pickett, for some reason, is fantastic in this game. I'll never understand it. I mean, maybe he'll be good in real life, but we don't really know. Joe Burrow, 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 interception, 71% completion. Love it. Rushing, Mixon, 1,500 yards with 11 touchdowns. Evans with 6. Whenever Joe Mixon's a free agent, which could be, I don't know if he signed a contract yet, but it could be right now after the season, we are going to bring him back. Chase, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns on 83 catches, which is awesome. Boyd, 927 with 11. Fry, 754 touchdowns for a rookie. 4 for T. Higgins. Defensively, Logan Wilson, 131 for tackles, 2.5 interceptions, or sacks rather. That'd be interesting. Interceptions have a half. 2 interceptions. Pratt, 117, 2 and 3. I don't think, actually, no, we want to look at Frazier. He had 5 sacks, 74 tackles. We don't know his development. I imagine it's star development just to be a Debbie Downer. Tyler Huntley. Sure. That makes a lot of sense. Coach of the year, Mike Zimmer. I'm very surprised. Why are we up there? I'll never understand that. AFC offensive players, Lamar. Burrow at 9. I think Burrow had a better season last year than this year. Defensive player, TJ Watt. Nothing. Offensive rookie, we have Fry at 2, which is awesome. Defensive rookie, Frazier's going to lose out, but that's all right. Getting number 2 is good. So Fry is up to a 76. No morale boost. Typically after 1 year, they'll have it. You can see a bunch of other players that have it. And then Frazier on defense, superstar. Yes. Things are getting wild right now. The Dolphins dominated the Dallas Cowboys 24-7, and Tua Tagovailoa, Super Bowl MVP. Things are getting real weird. So we have $43.4 million. Von Bell, I think I'm going to let him go at this point. Jonah Williams we're going to bring back. Pratt we're going to bring back. No Joe Mixon, so he must have got a contract. But I don't think Von Bell really makes a ton of sense. Now, we don't have a ton of money. We have $23.9 million, so let's just say 24. We don't want Terry McLaurin. Well, we want him. Just wouldn't make sense. Rashawn Gary, we don't want. Montez Sweat. We have Hubbard. We have Hendrickson. Hubbard is getting up there in age, but I don't think I can convince myself of doing that. I think more than likely, I think we're good. I know that doesn't really make sense because we went 9-8 after going 8-9. Ooh, Amani Hooker. Now, I looked at Von Bell's contract that he wanted. He wanted 4 years, like $5 million a year with like a $2 million signing bonus. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't think that's really going to work for our team. I'm not going to go Amani Hooker. I think we're just good, unfortunately. You know what? I'll bring back Von Bell on a 1 year offer if he'll take it. Von Bell is back. We just had a fantastic draft. I took Hayden Strong safety, who is an 80 overall. He does have normal development, but I'm not going to let that hold us back. I can guarantee you that. Then I took Kinney, who has hidden development. Stewart, who's a 70 overall. Hudson, 69. Just a great draft overall. Now, I know we just brought in Von Bell. I'm going to cut him. It was a 1 year deal. Not really too concerned about it. We're going to eat some money. Yeah, really not concerned. We didn't spend any of our money, really. So we're an 86 overall team. Logan Wilson's up to superstar X Factor. So our linebackers are good. I really did think we'd have to work on that big time and middle linebacker. Granted, we took Frazier. The defensive line's good. Corner's good. Safeties. I'm hoping Hayden can get up to star, maybe superstar by the end of this. Then offense, it's exactly the same as last year. Let's go to the playoffs. Another season, another 9-8. I feel like we're going to be seeing that a lot during this rebuild. The Steelers 13-4 with Kenny Pickett. Ravens 11-6, and the Browns 8-9. I don't know about that. Joe Burrow, a better year than last year. 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Bit of a drop-off in completion percentage, but I'm not worried about that. Joe Burrow, 1,600 yards, 21 touchdowns. Could he be MVP or offensive player? I think the answer is yes. Tyler Boyd, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Awesome. Chase, 1,100 with 12. Higgins, 1,000 with 6. Fry, 815 with 7. Jermaine Pratt, balling out year in, year out. 140 tackles, 118 for Hayden, which is awesome, and 3 interceptions. Wilson, 114, 3 interceptions for Hilton. What about sack totals? 16 for Hendrickson. That's what I'm talking about. BJ Hill, 7.5. Interceptions, 4 for Uze, 3 for Hilton, Hayden, Bates, 2 for Taylor Britt. Second in offensive yards, missed the playoffs. All right, so our defense is holding us down. Joe Mixon, nah. Kyler Murray, MVP, though. Tyler Huntley back up there. My guys get no credit. Desmond Ritter's up there. Coach of the year, Mike McCarthy. I mean, we could be up there. We were up there last year. We are. I don't get it. Offensive player, Lamar Jackson. There's Joe Mixon at 4. There's Joe Burrow at 8. I still don't really get that, but it is what it is. Defensive player, Myles Garrett. Hendrickson at 4. Pratt gets no respect. Offensive rookie. We have Sharp at 3. We have Weaver at 7. Defensive rookie. Our guys just can't get the job done. Justin Jefferson. What? I know people can have that name, like more than one person can have that name, but kind of unusual. All I really want to look at is Hayden, our strong safety. So Joe Burrow's at 95. Fry's at 81. That's 2 morale boost, though. On defense, Hayden up to an 83 overall. I have my XP sliders on, too. I don't get that. They're at 170 for all of them. You think you'd go up more than 3 in a year? We had a great year. All right, now it's getting ridiculous. The Ravens won a Super Bowl? That's the most ridiculous one I've seen so far. Beating the Panthers 21-14. Sure they will. Sure they will. Lamar Jackson, yeah, unbelievable. Super Bowl MVP. Now, here's one thing I was worried about. We have $130 million in cap space. I understand we have to pay Joe Burrow. Probably Collins, definitely T. Higgins and Logan Wilson. Awuzie can go. DJ Reader can go. Boyd can go. Kappa can go. Hill, maybe. Karras, no. But we're going to have so much money for free agency. I am going to throw crazy money at Joe Burrow right now just to make it somewhat realistic, though. So I had to franchise tag Collins, and I actually gave Kappa a 2-year deal. I didn't want to lose so much in the offensive line and have to replace it all in the draft. Didn't make a ton of sense. But there's also not going to be much up here that we're like dying to bring in. Kenneth Murray would be a lot of fun, but we're not going to do that. Khalil Mack. DJ Reader, we just let him go. I understand that, but I'll give him a 1-year deal if he wants to come back. We're going to have to start like hitting home runs with our draft picks very, very soon. Jameson Williams wouldn't be a free agent. I don't even see anybody further down the list where I'm like, that guy's got to be on my team. I just don't see it. Christian Harris, maybe, but I believe he's a guy who just got drafted. Garrett Wilson. Yeah, all the guys that just got drafted are up here. I'm not interested in doing that. And DJ Reader is on the team. I really think I hit a home run with this draft class. So I took Walker in the first round, right guard, who does have hidden development. Then I took Hutchins, who has hidden development. Thought he'd be a little bit higher of an overall. He's a 66. Griffin doesn't have hidden, but 69 overall. Barkley, 66. And I'll be honest, I don't pick 5 through 7. They're never any good. They really aren't. So we are an 85 overall team. We're actually looking good on offense because we added Walker, so we're getting younger at that position. Of course, we did lose Tyler Boyd, but are you really that concerned about it when you have T. Higgins, we have Jamar Chase? Mixon is up to X Factor like I told you he would be. Then on the defensive side of the ball, I thought for sure Hayden would go up to superstar, but Pratt has superstar. Hendrickson even has star. That's good. Then we have Kenny just sitting there. Do we trade one of these guys away? I don't know how old Hendrickson is. Hendrickson. I'm going to put both on the trade block and just see what I can get. And we only have offers for Hendrickson. That's all right, though. Jonnu Smith? I mean, that's tempting, but we have a young guy in Fry, so we're not going to do that. I guess nobody wants him unless I get Jonnu Smith, which I do not want. So let's go to the playoffs. Back down to 8-9. You gotta love to see it. Steelers and Browns 10-7 and the Ravens 8-9. Joe Burrow 4,000 yards, 29-17. What we pay you, you lose Tyler Boyd, you lose a center, and you drop off. I don't believe it for a second. Mixon 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. Of course, running backs can't be super consistent. Receiving Higgins 950 with 3. Chase 950, 14 touchdowns. Eric with 4. I don't know how to say that name. Fry 704, 2 touchdowns. On defense, Pratt 121. That's definitely not 150. 116 for Wilson. Sack total 7 for Hendrickson, 5 for Hill, 3.5 for Hubbard. Kinney with 11 tackles as a backup. Sure. 3 interceptions for Wilson, 3 for Hilton, 2 for Hayden. I love to see that. Still not going to go up to star development, though. Desmond Ridder, MVP. Yeah, right. Kenny Pickett's up there. Trevor Lawrence is up there. Jalen Hurts is up there. Urban Meyer, Coach of the Year. This is crazy. Offensive players, Jonathan Taylor. We have nothing up there. Defensive player, Joey Bosa. Once again, offensive rookie. Defensive rookie. I thought maybe one of our corners would be up there, but I guess not. Is that another Josh Allen? How many are there? So we have the center with hidden development who has star. He's up to a 76. I guess he has 2 morale at the moment to get him to 78. And then our corner, nowhere to be found. Great. The Panthers getting their redemption, winning the Super Bowl, beating the Colts 24-21. Brian Burns, defensive MVP. Super Bowl MVP, a little bit better. $80 million in cap space. I am going to bring back Joe Mixon. We're definitely bringing back Jamar Chase. I'd like to bring back Collins again if we can. Reader, no. We'll bring back our kicker. Hendrickson, no. Mariota, absolutely not. Hilton, no. Carmen, yes. Maybe Thomas Graham. Probably not. Ooh, Randy Moss's son? Sure. Now, we do have some decent money in about $30 million. We're not going to get Aaron Donald. We're not going to get Aaron Jones. We're not going to get Justin Simmons. We're not going to get Trey Lance. We might get Nick Bolton. Nah, it doesn't make sense. Unfortunately. I'd love to do it, but it doesn't make a ton of sense. Is there going to be nothing I want on this team? Let's bring in Michael Pierce for a 1-year deal. I guess we can bring in some veterans, try to get this overall up. Casey Hayward. We have Kinney starting. We have Hubbard, so it doesn't make sense. There's just nothing. I mean, I'll bring in a corner in J.C. Horn. Not exactly a scheme fit now that I think about it. Let's go to our corner options. I guess Awuzie and Hilton were scheme fit either's. Okay, so let's go a little bit younger. And then I actually might bring 2 of those guys back if we can. I wish there was a scheme fit. There's not a single scheme fit corner. Oh, Jonathan Jones. I'm bringing him in. 1-year deal just because he's a scheme fit. We'll have all our young guys. We'll have those 2 guys. I mean, J.C. Horn's pretty young as well. I think that'll be good for our team. We're an 85 overall at the moment. Not many weak points, I would say. Maybe you guys disagree, but I don't think so. Got all 3. Good. So I drafted Ferguson left end because Hubbard's getting up there in age and his contract's coming to an end. So we're going to start him right away. But then the second round, I took Morgan left outside linebacker who has hidden development. I thought this guy would be way better in the 3rd round. He's 61 overall. He is normal, but he was pretty strong at 86 strength. I thought that was good. Then we have Ortiz, center, 70 overall. The computer might have drafted him. They did. Normal development, though. That is fine. The rest, a trash. So I just cut Hubbard. Nobody wanted to trade for him. So Kinney starting, Ferguson starting. I can't pull the trigger on trading away Logan Wilson, even though I feel like we could get a good haul for him. You know what? I'm going to entertain some offers just in case. But other than that, the defense is looking good. What are we up to on defense? 83? I mean, that doesn't sound that great. I'll give you that. But in offense, I think it's at 91. Yeah, we're 91 overall offense. We got all the major players back. That's all you have to worry about. Let's go see if we can trade away Logan Wilson. I'm just hoping we can get lucky and there's a 1st round pickup here. There's 3rd, a 2nd that's in conference. I don't love that. That's out of conference. A corner that I probably have to pay. Let's trade him. I'm probably going to regret this, but let's trade him to the Falcons. Oh boy, do I feel like we're going to see this a lot. We are 8-9 again for a 3rd time. Browns 11-6, Steelers 10-7, the Ravens 9-8. It gets kind of ridiculous at some point. You know what I mean? But Burrow 4400 yards, 31 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 66% completion. Joe Mixon 1400 yards with 18 touchdowns, which is awesome. Receiving Chase 950 with 2. I just paid you a mega contract. I expect a little bit better than that. Fry 924 with 7. Eric 904 with 7. Higgins 900 with 9. Mixon 2. Stewart 2. On defense, Pratt 118. Not great. Tackle for losses. Frazier with 17. Is that a lot? Okay, that's not a lot. Okay, I don't feel that good anymore. Sack totals, 8.5 for Frazier, 6.5 for Hill. Kitty with 5. Is Morgan? Yeah, Morgan's the guy I just drafted, right? He didn't get a single sack. He's starting. Interceptions, 2 for Jones, 2 for Bates, and a few ones. That hurts. We're 9th in offensive yards, too. Defensively, I don't know. MVP Christian McCaffrey, J.K. Dobbins. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Breece Hall is up there. Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer. Offensive player, James Robinson. Jeez. Joe Mixon at 9. Defensive players, Josh Allen. Nothing. Offensive rookie, we have Childers at 3. Childers, however you say it. Defensive rookie, Morgan at 7 for no reason. The only thing I really want to see, because all of our players just going up and overall because it's very realistic, Morgan has star development. That's okay. That's okay. Ferguson's up to a 76. We have to get better. Look at Hayden, by the way, 87. Corner, I guess, and offensive tackle, because Hill and Pierce are, of course, up there in age. The Buccaneers are back, beating the Steelers 34-23. Super Bowl MVP, Devin White. So we have $48 million in cap space. We're going to bring in Frazier. We're going to let Michael Pierce go. Pratt, maybe. Fry's coming back. Kappa, no. Jones, no. No. We have $22 million. We need defensive line help right there off the bat. Do we get Dexter Lawrence, 28 years old, with $22.4 million? I think so. Franklin Myers up there in age. Ryan Jensen would be interesting, but we need a right guard. Let's take a shot. Let's try to get Dexter Lawrence on the team. Why not, they say. Let's go 3 years, increase the money a little bit, and that should be done. Right? No. Huh. All right, have some more money. Just what I wanted to do. Pay a 28-year-old an insane amount of money. And Dexter Lawrence is on the team. So in the first round, I took a right guard who's a 69 overall. We needed a right guard badly. Also needed a defensive tackle. There was nothing up there. Some corners. There was nothing up there. Then I took a right end because he seemed good. He wasn't. Took a left tackle. He wasn't. Meltzer wasn't good. But the computer drafted defensive tackle McCall, who does have hidden development. He is a 62 overall, so I'm not expecting big things. But I guess this might be the worst draft I've ever had. So we are an 86 overall. We have not been doing well so far, so I have a lot of questions what we're going to do this season. We've gone 8-9 and 9-8. That's all we've done. I do like our team, though. Corner's not great, but everything else seems good. 8-9 again. So exciting. That is our 4th time going 8-9. Joe Burrow, 4,200 yards, 24-11 is not good, even a little bit. I'll take 69% completion, though. Mixon, 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns. Probably carrying this team to 8 wins. You know what I mean? T. Higgins, 1,100 with 3. Chase, 900 with 5. Stewart, 880 with 11 touchdowns. Fry, who we just brought back, only with 2. I don't like that. Pratt, 131. Glad we brought him back. Sack totals, 9 for Frazier, 5.5 for Dexter Lawrence, 5 for B.J. Hill. And interceptions, 4 for J.C. Horn, 2 for Pratt, 2 for Griffin, and then a few ones. Kyler Murray, MVP on an 8-9 team. I wish I knew what that was like. My quarterbacks don't do well whatsoever. Coach of the Year, Andy Reid on the Broncos. All right. Was not expecting that. Joe Burrow. Oh, Joe Mixon, number 9. Defensive player, Myles Garrett. Nothing. Offensive rookie, can't imagine. Defensive rookie, can't imagine. Oh, Meltzer. That's a middle linebacker. I was going to say, for what it's worth, McCall's up to a 69 with star development, but he has 4 morale points, which I don't think I've ever seen that much. The Jaguars are 2-time champions, beating the football team 42-10. Trevor Lawrence, I believe that's his 2nd Super Bowl MVP, even though I feel like it might have went to Josh Allen now that I think about it. We have $37.2 million in cap space. Hayden's definitely coming back. Josh Stewart's definitely coming back. Kenny's definitely coming back. Other than that, we're good, but that's going to be like all of our money. We have $17 million in cap space. What I'd really like to get is a corner. We could go 1 year with J.C. Jackson. Probably not a bad idea, now that I say it out loud. I'd look, younger guys. Okay. Lamont Roll, Deion Jones. I'm going to go with someone called Deion Jones. Why not? The name must be worth something. Has to be. 123 total points. Taking it over. Deion Jones is on the team. So this draft wasn't that bad. We got no hidden development players, but Banks I took in the first round. There was a quarterback on the board that I think is probably going to be a slam dunk. I'll show you him in a second. I just didn't think it really made sense for our team. Defensive tackle, 75 overall. The next 2 picks, not so much, but Page Center is a 70. Let's go check out that quarterback. So it was this guy right here, Max Hicks, going to Tampa Bay because why wouldn't he? I mean, 78 short, 83 medium, 78 deep, 92 throw power. The only thing, he's only normal development. Wow, okay. I'm very glad I didn't do that then. So we are an 88 overall team. I love the offense. I'm not really worried about that. It's the defense I'm worried about. We'll lose Dexter Lawrence, after next year? Then we'll have Banks, we'll have McCall. That won't be that bad. It's just the corners I feel like are going to hold us back. Linebackers are good. Safeties are good. I guess right end's not that great. I don't know. I just feel like it's the defense. How many times can we go 8-9? What is that? That's the 5th time. The 5th time we got 8-9. We're an 89 overall team. I'm just losing my mind. I promise you, next 20-year rebuild, I'm changing the playbook. I'm changing the scheme to the best one in the game, and we're going to go on a run, hopefully. But Joe Burrow, 4,600 yards, 37-8, could be MVP. Mixon, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. He'll be in top 10 for offensive player. Receiving, Stewart, 1,200 with 10. Chase, 1,000 with 8. Higgins, 1,000 with 12. It's about time. Fry, 3 touchdowns, not for Higgins, for all the receivers. On defense, Pratt, 133 tackles, 118 for Frazier, 113 for Horn. Don't love that for my corner. Sack totals, 10.5 for Lawrence, 9.5 for Kinney. Interceptions, 3 for Hayden, 3 for Jones. I love that. 2 for Pratt, 1-1. I don't even really want to look at this, but 10th in offensive yards. 29th? How? What? Jordan Love, MVP? Joe Burrow's 8. Why? Coach of the year is Urban Meyer. Okay. Offensive player, Russell Wilson. Sure. Okay, Joe Burrow is up there. I was about to lose my mind. Number 4. Defensive player, Jeffrey Simmons. Nothing. Offensive rookie, Cole Goddard. Hey, Schwartz at 8. Defensive player, Banks at 4 at offensive tackle. The Steelers with Kenny Pickett beat the Packers 38-35, but Najee Harris taking home the Super Bowl MVP. At some point, we're just going to have to blow this team up, and it might come sooner than I expected. Jesse Bates we're going to bring back, but Jonah Williams can go. Walker's coming back. Collins can go. Griffin's coming back. Hutchins coming back. And once again, I don't think that's going to leave us a ton of money for free agency. So I did have to give a franchise tag to Jesse Bates, but the only offer I made in free agency is to Roquan Smith, because Jermaine Pratt, 32 years old, 78 overall. He's been playing well for us, but we are going to have to let him go. And Roquan Smith is on the team. So I did trade back our first-round pick with the Packers. There was 2 great quarterbacks on the board. I wasn't going to take one, so I thought, let's get some more picks. Traded back to 31, also got a third-round pick. But Waters, corner, 71 overall. Not great for a first-round pick. Rosenberg, not good for a second-round pick. Most of the draft was bad, but Grant is hidden development at tight end, even though we have Fry. So we are a 90 overall team, and I feel like we're getting really close to having to blow this thing up. Because Joe Burrow must be, he's 31 years old, which is not old for a quarterback. But Mixon's 32. Chase must be 30. Oh, only 28. Some reason, I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, that's fine. But a lot of our players getting up there in age don't really have that many great players on defense that are young. Because Lawrence, even though he's up to superstar, not that young. Jones did go up to superstar. But we are going to cut Jermaine Pratt, and then we're going to go to the playoffs. So I don't think we made the playoffs, which is expected. But we don't know if we've gone 8-9 yet, because the game just likes to mess up just like that. But let's go find out the bad news together, shall we? Let's go AFC North, and we are 10-7. Well done, Cincinnati Bengals. Well done. Can't find your way into the playoffs because this division's way too hard. But 10-7, I'll be happy about that. About 4,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Bit of a drop-off from last year, 67% completion. Typically in that range, I'll take that. Mixon, 1,400 yards with 16 touchdowns, 12 for Childers, however you want to say it. Chase, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. Higgins, 1,100 with 7. Stewart, 1,000 with 5, 4 for Fry. On defense, Frazier, 110 tackles. Not exactly Roquan Smith. Okay, we're missing Jermaine Pratt. Sack totals, 10 for Morgan, 9.5 for Lawrence, 5.5 for Ferguson, 5.5 for Kinney. Interceptions, 7 for Deion Jones. What a pickup. He should go all the way to Superstar X Factor. I certainly hope so. 4 for Smith, 2 for Hutchins, 2 for Bates. Sam Howell, MVP? Wow. Okay. Malik Willis is up there. Jordan Love, Baker. Coach of the year, Charles Phillips, of course. We're at number 3. Didn't make the playoffs, though. Makes a ton of sense. Offensive player, Sam Howell. Yeah. We do have Joe Mixon at 8. There's no Joe Burrow. Defensive player, Zach Livingston. Dexter Lawrence at 8. I thought Deion Jones might get up there. Offensive rookie, Garrison. Nothing. Defensive rookie, nothing. So Waters is up to a 74 overall. That's not great. Banks finally up to an 81, but he has 4 morale boost. Why is everybody getting that? It's kind of crazy. What do we need on defense? Nothing really. Probably a corner maybe. But an offense, nothing really either. Maybe a running back, but not really. The Steelers are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, beating the Falcons 35-10. Kenny Pickett taking home that Super Bowl MVP. So we have $100 million in cap space, which means there he is. Joe Burrow, he will be coming back. Lawrence went to X Factor. Smith went to X Factor. Morgan's at X Factor. So our defense had a hell of a year. But we're going to bring back Burrow. We're going to bring back Bates. We're going to bring back Morgan. We're going to bring back Ferguson. We're not going to bring back Ferguson. Ortiz will bring back, though. I made 2 offers. A 1-year offer to Quentin Nelson just to try to take our offensive line to the next level. And then get a corner in Brandon Thomas and try to trade away J.C. Horn. Oh, Thomas turned us down, but we did get Quentin Nelson. That's disappointing. I hate that we don't need a quarterback. I've been trying to skip over this, but look at John Acosta. He looks fantastic. So I ended up taking Brandon Harper, outside linebacker, with the 18th overall pick. He ended up being a 76 overall. Then I couldn't find anything else. I couldn't trade back other than with the Steelers. Wasn't doing that. But John Acosta, 73 overall, does have hidden development. Then I took Simpson, right tackle, 70 overall, hidden development. And then a running back, Damon Borden, 67 overall, hidden development. So I gave Joe Burrow a 7-year contract, by the way. So more than likely we're trading Acosta away, but maybe he's X Factor, will play fantastic, and then we just trade Joe Burrow away. I don't see it going that way, but when you have a quarterback like that, you take him. Maybe you could trade him down the line. Defense does not look that bad, but I would like to get way better on the defensive line because Jenkins definitely isn't cutting it. Almost back to the status quo. We went 9-8 for a third time in this video. Ravens 14-3, Steelers 10-7, the Browns 8-9. We bring in a rookie quarterback. Joe Burrow throws 4,700 yards, 36-14, 70% completion. It's not like some crazy stat line, but it's pretty good. Mixon 1,300 yards, that's dropping, 15 touchdowns, 8 for Mike Bell. Jamar Chase 1,100 yards with 9, Tiggins 1,000 with 8, Stewart 1,000 with 7, Fry 908, 10 touchdowns. It's about time. On defense, Frazier 120, 114 for Meltzer, 104 for Horn. Sack totals, 8.5 for Morgan, 6 for Banks, 4 for Pierman, and then interceptions, 4 for Deion Jones, 2 for Hayden. Ooh, 15th? I don't know about that. 28th in defense. Yeah, we're getting real close to blowing this team up. Casey Hunt MVP. No Joe Burrow for some reason. Coach of the Year, Matt Rule. I mean, I don't get this. I never get this. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't get it. Offensive player is Lamar Jackson. Nothing. Defensive player, Trent Snowden. Okay. Offensive rookie, Tavon Ross. With nothing. Defensive rookie, Harper. Okay. And Hobbs. I believe it's Hobbs and Shaw, but, Harper and Hobbs will take it. So let's see. Acosta, a 76, star development. Borden has star development. Simpson has star development. Look at Grant. That's the tight end the computer drafted, 2 years ago? Superstar development. Then on defense, I still don't understand how Jones isn't up to X Factor. He had a great year last year. The Ravens have won another Super Bowl, dominating the Cowboys, 45-0. You don't see that very often. You know this is going to be a rough year, right? Quentin Nelson's there. We knew that. But T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, I'm unfortunately going to let both of them go. Jesse Bates, I would like to bring back for one final ride again. Carmen could go. Keene will bring back. There's actually not that much there. I was expecting way bigger hits. I guess you had a lot of money in these few players, so I guess that does make sense. But Quentin Nelson's going to come back as well. Ojulari, no thank you. Javonte Williams is up there, I wish, but we have Bell, we have Borden, even though not that high of overalls, but that's not really that surprising. Gonna be just a lot of older players up here. Except Chuck Graves. I know we have a lot of young left tackles that I've drafted over the years, but at 26 years old, get him for 5 years, I don't think that's a bad deal whatsoever. Asante Samuel, a lot of great players up here. It just doesn't make sense for our team. You know what I mean? Let's go corner because J.C. Horn is somewhat older. No. Let's go Dominique Flynn. Whenever I think of Flynn, I think of Breaking Bad. I think of breakfast. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Both of them turned us down. Wow. Uh-oh. So in the first round, I took a middle linebacker and Ramon Saunders, 74 overall. And then second round, there was nothing but quarterbacks, offensive linemen. We don't need either of those. So I did take a running back who's a 70 overall. Not great. Then Alden, 69. Helmsley, 69. We did get another running back, but that was a computer. I don't do 5 through 7. So 72, 65, 67. I don't know how many running backs I really think I need. This team is falling apart big time. Quentin Nelson's going to be gone after this year. Fry's getting up there, and we have Grant as a backup. Chase is up there in age. Joe Burrow, I just extended for 7 years. And then the defense, it's not good. It's really not good. Yeah, we're blowing this team up. For the 6th time, we're 8-9. Steelers 9-8, Browns 9-8, Ravens 7-10. And of course, Joe Burrow throws for 5,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. This is a year we could have made the playoffs. The best team in our division was 9-8. Bell, well, that's no Joe Mixon. 900 yards, 14 touchdowns. Chase, 1,400 yards with 9. Stewart, 1,100 with 8. Emerson, 1,000, or 1,100 rather, with 9. 5 for Fry. On defense, Meltzer, 122. Whenever I think Meltzer, I think wrestling. 6.5 sacks for Morgan, 3.5 for Banks. Interceptions, 3 for Meltzer, 3 for Hayden, 2 for Waters, 2 for Bates. Casey Hunt is back as MVP. Trey Lance, number 2 for the football team. Okay. How is Burrow not up there? Coach of the year, Urban Meyer. Sure, that doesn't make any sense, but I'll take your word for it. Offensive player. This is crazy. It's so crazy. 5,000 yards. Whoops, didn't want to go to the NFC. Defensive player, Addison Cutler. Nothing. Offensive rookie, Stevens, the running back the computer took. And Bradley. Defensive rookie, nothing. The Steelers are back beating the football team with Trey Lance, 28-16. Elam is Super Bowl MVP. So we have $116 million in cap space. I'm going to let Jamar Chase go. Quentin Nelson can go. J.C. Horn can go. Jesse Bates can go. Banks I'll bring back. Underwood I'll bring back. Bell I won't. Page I will. And I think that's going to be it. I almost want to franchise tag and trade Jamar Chase. I'll let you know if I make that decision. Don't want to go 6 years here. So I did end up franchise tagging Jamar Chase, so we will trade him away. Christian Barmore's up there. Interesting. I'm going to go down the list. If I can find any very young players that make sense for my team, I'm going to add them. Ooh, X Factor. Interesting. No, we're going to trust. I don't know. I'm so lost for words. I don't know. I have a few questions now that I dig deeper into this. Why do they have next-gen stats, but not regular stats? Just a question. So I went into this draft with every intention to trade back all my picks. And then I saw Willie Manning, middle linebacker, 74 overall at hidden development. I saw Chance Money. I did love the name. Don't get me wrong. 72 overall free safety, hidden development. Dobson, who's a first-round talent, fell to the 3rd. You kind of see why. But corner Pryor, 70 overall. I think this was a pretty good draft. And now we get to blow up the team, except those picks. I didn't realize how old my team was until I just put all the players I did on the trade block. Most of them are 29 or above, except like my defensive tackles. It's pretty disgusting. Now, the first guy I want to trade, where is he? Right there. Let's start with the quarterback. Our quarterback. That's my quarterback. Joe Burrow. Give me the 2nd round pick. I'm not trading him for a running back. Don't even insult me like that. And then let's go to Jamar Chase, who we did end up franchise tagging for a crazy amount of money. I was hoping maybe a 2nd round pick would be there. I guess not. Let's take 2 3s and a 7 from Tennessee. I saw an offer that was like 3 and 5. Why would I take that? At least we won't go 8 and 9 this year. If we do, that'd be impressive though, wouldn't it? Kevin Kinney, 29 years old. I told you. Let's go for a 2 and a 6 from the football team, who just lost in the Super Bowl. Might not have been my best idea, but we'll do it anyways. Our next guy up is Walker, the center. 3 and a 5, sure, have at it. We're at year 10 too. Or we're about to head into year 11, I guess. Yeah, we've done 10 years, heading into year 11, and we blow the team up. I really was hoping that Joe Burrow would be on our team the whole rebuild. I think that'd be a lot of fun to happen. That would probably be in like maybe a Chiefs rebuild. Maybe I was going to say Ravens, but probably not. Maybe a Bills rebuild. By the way, let me know what team you want me to do next. Give me your 2nd round pick, Lions. I loved Hayden too. Hayden was just such a reach of a pick. Not reach is the right word. Risky pick. It was free safety. I think we took him like top 11, something like that. You don't do that very often. Let's go 2 and a 6 from the Vikings. And then I think we have one more pick. Or one more trade, sorry. Morgan. Now, he's 27. This should be a great pick. Really? No ones. All right, the Raiders. This is going to be a rough year. We're a 76 overall. Actually, the offensive line doesn't seem that bad. I will put Page to left guard. We don't really have anybody to throw the ball to. I did put Stewart on the trade block as well. Nobody wanted him. And then Manning has no way to start, unfortunately. So I'm actually going to... Maybe we'll put... man. I've taken a lot of middle linebackers. Now that I think about it, can we trade Meltzer? We probably can. And then can we trade Saunders or Hobbs? Nobody wanted any of those players, so let's go to the playoffs. 4-13. Well done. Got going 8-9. I really did want to see, though. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh, no. John Acosta. Say it ain't so. 4,000 yards, 22-14, 58% completion. Bring me back, Joe Burrow. Oh, man. Borden, 6 touchdowns. Emerson, not bad. 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns on 107 catches. Stewart, 922 with 4. Grant with 3. Touchdown for Bass. On defense, Meltzer, 130. Sack totals, 12.5 for Banks. Not bad. 9.5 for Harper. Interceptions, 2 for Hemsley, 1 for McClough. I almost don't want to look at this. Jesse Tyson, MVP. Oh, he's not up there. I thought Joe Burrow was going to be up there for sure. Coach of the year, Charles Phillips. AFC offensive player is Tyson. Nothing. Defensive player. Hey, Banks. Offensive rookie. Nothing. Defensive rookie. Meadows at 2. Browning at 5. Really, the only guy I want to look at is Willie Manning, who has superstar. What a pick. And money has star. That's the way to start this off. The Steelers are running this 20-year rebuild right now, beating the Packers 35-21. Pickett, his second Super Bowl MVP, but he's won 4. 4 Super Bowls, that is. Now, we have $137 million in cap space. I really don't think we're going to bring anybody back. Stewart, I don't want. Grant, I don't really want to bring him back, but for 16.6, we'll definitely bring him back. Waters, I'll actually end up bringing back. Emerson, no. And that's it. So I made a few offers, but I want to show you how messed up free agency gets. I think we're 11 years in, so I'm at 82 overall players. Let's just keep going up the list. I will show you who I made offers to, by the way. There's 84s. I made an offer to a left tackle right there. 85s, finally. Made an offer to a running back. We're at 86. We're at 88, 89, 90. There's just infinite players. Forever and ever and ever. But here are my negotiations. Hawkins, who's 26, superstar. Osgood, superstar, 26, 85 overall. And then Harris is 25, left tackle, superstar. All 3 of them are on the team. We don't even have the first overall pick. Why not? I don't get that. So we have what? The 3rd overall pick, and we should probably trade it back if I'm being totally honest, but we'll wait for the draft. So I traded back 2 times from, 3 to 11, 11 to 23. So then I took Bowers, right tackle, 71 overall. In the 2nd round, I took Tipton, right guard, 71 overall. Does have hidden development. McLean, left end in the 2nd round as well, 75 overall. Fantastic pick, fantastic value. Then I got corner Bozeman, left outside linebacker Bayless, who fell to the 3rd round. It was kind of crazy. Langford, free safety, 64. Receiver Dickerson to 69. Kilmer, tight end, 63. Does have hidden development. Then all the way at the bottom, Niles Woodson, 67 overall, has hidden development. That might be the best 7th round pick I've ever seen. So we are a 78 overall. The offensive line is set and ready to go. Acosta has a running back. Not so much for receivers, so we are going to have to address that in the draft, in free agency after this year. Then on defense, I actually like the way it's going. I would like Money to be starting, if you don't mind. But Money's going to be starting at free safety. And then we do have to get better at corner, but the defensive line does not look all that bad. And then I put Manning from middle linebacker over to right outside linebacker. Not a bad season. We went 6-11. That's a first, but the Browns did worse than us at 3-14. Steelers 12-5. Can they win another Super Bowl? And then the Ravens 10-7. Not awful, but not very good. Acosta 4,300 yards, 25-13. We have to find another quarterback. We just have to. Osgood 80-9, 6 touchdowns. Wallace, 1,100 with 9. Donaldson, 1,000 with 5. DeBose, 900 with 4. Grant has 3 touchdowns for whatever that's worth, which is not that much. Granted, I did pay him. Meltzer, 115 tackles. Sack totals, 10.5 for Banks, 10 for Hawkins, 3 for Hobbs. Interceptions, 2 for Money, and a lot of ones. Archer Hardy with the MVP. Of course, we don't know who that is. Mac Jones at 7. Kenny Pickett, of course. Josh Allen. Coach of the year, Charles Phillips. Big surprise. Archer Hardy with the MVP. Malik Willis 2. Murray, Mahomes, Ritter. Jackson's up there, Mahomes, of course, Mahomes. Mac Jones, basically the same thing. Kenny Pickett at 8, Trey Lance, Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, Charles Phillips. Offensive player is Mahomes. Nothing. Defensive player, Karl Loftus. Nothing from our team. We have to, Chris Manning, number 1. We also have Kilmer up there at 6. We have Dickerson at 9. Defensive rookie, McLean at 2. Langford at 5. And that's it. While we're here, let's see the other draft picks we have. I took the Saints pick to 23, so that's disappointing. And then the Patriots. Wonderful. So Tipton at star development, he's up to a 76 overall. Ooh, look at Kilmer with X Factor. What a pick by the computer. I'll give him that. Then on defense, nothing too crazy, but all of our players are just coming along, which is good. The Falcons with Ritter beat the Jaguars 30-27. John Mason, Super Bowl MVP. Defensive tackles, they always win it. So Brandon Harper, we're definitely going to bring back. Same for Simpson. Acosta, no. Borden, no. Hobbs, no. Matthias, no. Yeah, everyone else could go. I am putting a lot of money in we could find a quarterback in the draft, but with 3 first-round picks, we'll trade up if we have to. So I made a lot of offers. Tyrone Matthews, defensive tackle. He's 26 years old, star, 94 overall. Made a big-time 2-year offer to CeeDee Lamb. Bayer, 5-year offer. Rondell Moore, 2-year offer. Rose, 5-year offer. Zach Wilson, a big-time 1-year offer just in case. Because if we can't find a quarterback, that'd be very disappointing. The only person that turned us down was the defensive tackle. And he might be the player I wanted the most. This is the quarterback I want, Billy Pitts. So we have to trade up to, I'm going to go 2nd-round pick just to be safe. I thought about maybe John Carmichael, but the more I looked at him, I just didn't like him. Yeah, not a lot of great, top 5 quarterbacks, which is very surprising. So I traded our 6th overall pick, our 28th overall pick, and a 2nd-round pick to trade up to number 2. I didn't think we had to do all 3 first overall picks, or first-round picks, So that's what we did. So we ended up taking Billy Pitts, who does have hidden development. He's a 75 overall. Then I also took Coakley, 76 overall. Then a few mediocre picks, but not that bad. Jackson, 70. Philbin, 75. But check out, where is he? Cameron right here, 61 overall, has hidden development. Was taken by the computer. I get that. But I do think this was a great draft. Now, I don't know what we're going to do about Zach Wilson. You know what? We're going to give Pitts a chance to be the starting quarterback right off the bat. We're going to eat $7 million. Not really concerned about it with this roster. So we're an 84 overall. He has a superstar running back. He has 2 X-Factor receivers, superstar and X-Factor tight end. Great offensive line. And then on defense, I think we're even moving in the right direction. Could be a little bit better at corner. Obviously, you're not going to make big, crazy moves in 2 years. But I actually like what we have going. 87 overall team, we go 5-12. There's no shot. So as a rookie, 4,100 yards, 26-10, 59% completion. I'm going to take that for a rookie year. Hopefully it progresses and it won't be that bad year after year after year, even though I have a feeling it will be. Osgood, 838, 6 touchdowns, so he's not that great. Moore, 1,100 with 9. Lamb, 1,100 with 4. DeBose, 722 with 5. Grant with 4. On defense, Meltzer, 132. I like seeing that. 108 for Waters. Sack totals, 5.5 for Banks, 4.5 for Hawkins. Not great. Interceptions, 3 for Waters, 3 for Murray, 3 for Coakley, 2 for Bayer. A lot of ones. So our defense might be the best part of our team. At this point, not that hard to do. 32nd on offense. Okay, so not really. Tavon Ross, MVP. Of course, Zach Wilson's up there. Why wouldn't he be? Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer. AFC Offensive Player is Ross. No Bengals to be found. Defensive Player, no Bengals to be found. Offensive Rookie, woohoo! Philbin at 3, the running back. Defensive Rookie, Coakley at 2. And we also have Barton at 6. Just give me X Factor for our quarterback, please. Star development, he is at 80, so we'll take that. Cameron's up, okay, so he's up to a 66, but from a 61. Then we also drafted Coakley's up to a 79. I like this team a lot, but 5-12, I don't know. The Eagles beat the Patriots 28-24. Larry Fells, Super Bowl MVP. Who are we going to have for free agents to be? So we don't want Tyler Ortiz. We don't want DeBose. We don't want Meltzer. We don't want Mann. We don't want anybody. So I made a few offers. One to Justin Jefferson, just so we're 3 deep at receiver with X Factors. Madison, the left end, 90 overall superstar. And then Wallace at center, even though we have Page, but he's an 81 overall, 28 years old. We could trade him away. And then hopefully just start Wallace. Jefferson turned us down, which is not a huge deal whatsoever, but we got Madison, we got Wallace. So in the first round, I took corner Bigsby, 75 overall, who has hidden development. Then in the second round, Briggs, who also has hidden development. So great picks right off the bat. 3 and 4, not so much. Running back Grubb, in the 5th round. It was a good draft, I would say. Very top heavy, but I like what we're doing. So I put Banks on the trade block, our defensive tackle. I'm hoping there's a 2nd round pick. I was hoping a 2nd round pick with something else. No. Get him out of the conference, though. We're going to have 2 guys. We have our younger guy, and then we also have the rookie we just drafted. So we have an 84 overall team. The offense looks great, even though CeeDee Lamb apparently retired. When did he do that? Or is he injured? He might be hurt. For some reason, I turned off practice injuries, but he has to be hurt because nothing else really makes sense. But we're actually 5 deep at corner, which is fantastic. That might be the first time we've gone 7-10, but the Steelers are dominating at 14-3. Ravens 7-10. The Browns 3-14. Oh, Billy, no! Less than 4,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Not getting the job done. Osgood 3 touchdowns. Why did I bring you in? Philbin the backup at 14. Moore 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Where did CeeDee Lamb go? He was definitely on the list of players when I was trying to bring in Justin Jefferson. This is crazy. 2 touchdowns for Jackson, 6 for Grant, 4 for Dickerson. That was this past offseason, right? I think so. I do so many, I just kind of lose fat. I'm pretty sure. 134 tackles for Willie Manning. 7 sacks for Madison. That's great. Interceptions, 6 for Bayer. Meh. Our team is not good, and it should be good. Just give me the bad news. 17th, okay. Malik Willis MVP, then Kenny Pickett. Like, why is Tyler Huntley up there? I'm insulted. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Offensive player, Kenny Pickett. Nothing. Defensive player, we're not going to have anything. Offensive rookie, we might. No, defensive rookie. Bigsby's going to take it home. I like that. And Briggs at 4. Pitts is only an 84 overall after 2 years. That's awful. It's really not good. So Bigsby is star, Briggs is star, but they both have great overalls. Maybe not for Briggs. The Eagles are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, beating Tennessee 38-35. Dustin Stewart, Super Bowl MVP. So we have all kinds of money. We're going to bring back Willie Manning. Obviously not Rondell Moore. Chance Money's going to come back. Keen is not. And that's it. We're at year, I think, 14 just got done. So we're at the point where we kind of got to either blow up the team again or like mini blow up the team, or just go with it and then probably not win any Super Bowls. So we're going to get a little freaky. Josh Allen, I made an offer to 1-year contract. I know we have Pitts. I don't love him. I don't think he's good. Then I made an offer to 3 receivers, very young other than Scooby Roberts, but I like the name Scooby. So that's why I made him an offer. Very, very smart move. All 4 of them are on the team. Let's go to the draft. So in the first round, I took right end Winslow, who's a 76 overall. He does have hidden development. I love this pick. Then I took Goodson. I understand we already signed 3 receivers this past offseason. He was too good to pass up on. 69 overall, does have hidden development. Then I took another left end with a 70 overall. It's a pretty good draft, I would say. Not fantastic, but good. So we are an 88 overall team. This is what's going to tell me if we're going to make or break this rebuild. After the season, if we don't do well, we're not going to blow the team up because we have a lot of good young players, but we're going to have to address the quarterback situation as much as we can. Trade every pick we have to get the quarterback that we need. But the defense is pretty good. 87 defense? I don't know, man. I don't know what else I could do. So we ended the season at 9-8 for a 4th time in this video. And there's really no excuse other than we're in a tough division. And that's the only thing stopping me from just screaming at the top of my lungs. Because we're an 89 overall team, 91 offense, 89 defense. The Browns went 11-6, the Steelers 10-7. So it's not even like they're doing crazy better than us, but just enough that they make the playoffs. Also, the Ravens went 6-11. For anyone who's a Ravens fan. 3,600 yards for Josh Allen. What are we talking about? 20-4 is good, but 3,600 yards? Osgood, 1,300 yards with 10 touchdowns. Philbin with 13. Kid, what is going on? I know we don't have a ton of yards, but I thought one person would be leading the pack. 10 touchdowns for Curtis. I'm at a loss for words. Murray, 120 tackles, 108 for Manning, 102 for Bayer. Sack totals, 10.5 for McLean, 8 for Hawkins, 7.5 for Madison, 7 for Harper. Interceptions, 4 for Manning, 3 for Rose, 2 for Waters, Murray, Bigsby. 30th in offensive yards. How is there a team that has less yards than us? 16th in defensive yards. That's not bad. Casey Hunt, MVP. We're not going to have anybody up here. We know that. Jordan Love's still playing. Kenny Pickett. Arthur Smith, Coach of the Year. Offensive player. Actually, we might be in Coach of the Year talk. We are, for some strange reason. Offensive players, Trevor Lawrence. Nothing. Defensive player. What do you know? Offensive rookie. We have Goodson at 6. Defensive rookie. Winslow at 8. Look at this offensive line. 93, 91, 90. 76 isn't great, but 96. And we can't throw for that many yards with Josh Allen. It's absolutely insane. That's the only way to put it. Where's Winslow? Star development, that's good. What about the other receiver I drafted? Goodson, star development. Not bad. Let me check my chart here. That's 3 times in a row for the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Patriots again, 28-10. Dustin Stewart, Super Bowl MVP. I wish I knew what that was like. So we have $50 million in cap space. Tipton's definitely coming back. I can't bring Josh Allen after that performance. Grant can go. McClain can go. Kilmer's going to come back for sure. Woodson's going to come back. Maybe Murray? The only offer I made is to a Super Bowl champion in Trevor Lawrence. And he's on the team. I feel like we're like the Broncos in real life. Just searching for a quarterback. And maybe we found our guy. So this draft is awful. Our top 2 picks were great. I shouldn't even say great. They're both hidden development. Summers is good, I should say. But McCarron, 64 left tackle, does have hidden development. But let's go all the way to the bottom. We got ourselves a hidden development quarterback, Aaron Marshall, who I promise you, if we go 9-8 or 8-9 again, he's our guy next year. That's a promise. And since I made that decision, let's get rid of Billy Pitt, shall we? I had so much hope for the guy. Sure, give me a second round pick. So we are an 89 overall team. We got all the weapons. We got the offensive line. We got the defense. What could possibly go wrong? I didn't even notice Willie Manning up to X Factor. There's no chance we miss the playoffs in a real world. But in this game, you know it's coming. Hey, didn't go 8-9 or 9-8, but we went 7-10 as an 89 overall team. Trevor Lawrence had a great year too. 4,500 yards, 33-9. I would take that any day of the week. Osgood, 1,100 with 12. Philbin with 10. Kidd, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Curtis, 1,000 with 8. Roberts, about 1,000 with 6. 6 for Kilmer, 3 for Osgood. On defense, Murray, 124 tackles, 123 for Manning. Well, let's go sacks. Let's not go sacks. Interceptions, 4 for Bayer, 2 for Murray. We're 12th in offensive yards. Tell me why my top 15, okay, 19, but still, we should be making the playoffs. Jason Drew MVP. Trevor Lawrence, they just ignore my players. Coach of the year, Matt Rule, unless they play insane, basically. Offensive player, Trevor Lawrence at 5. Defensive player, nothing. Offensive rookie, ooh, Marshall. Why? Why is he up there? I guarantee he did nothing. Look at that. I mean, that's not bad. 1 for 1 with a touchdown, actually. I'll take that. I feel like somehow Marshall's going to be like superstar. He's not. He's star 63 overall. Show me Summers. Star development. Okay. The Eagles can't go for 4 in a row, so the Bills beat the football team 13-10. Sean Hargrove, Super Bowl MVP. $63 million. Hawkins can go. Osgood can go. Lawrence can go. Waters can go. Philbin can go. Page can go. Coakley can come back. Cameron can come back. Do I bring back Trevor Lawrence? I don't think so, but I'm going to think about it. I made 3 offers. 1 to a superstar receiver, 1 to a superstar running back, 1 to a superstar defensive tackle. And only the receiver turned us down, which is not a huge deal. So my 3 best players from this draft are all offensive linemen. I took Carrington in the first, left guard 70, Hampton in the second, left tackle 71, and then Morgan in the third, center 75 overall. So unfortunately, I guess not unfortunately, but we're going to give Marshall a chance at quarterback. He is a scheme fit. We have an 89 overall team, all the weapons, whole offensive line, running backs, everything he needs. And then on defense, 89 defense. I know we're not going to do well. Who is Turner? Oh, it's a defensive tackle. I was going to say, why is he all the way down there? Ooh, Bayer up the superstar X Factor. But we're good. Let's go to the playoff. And for once, we made the playoffs at 9-8. Doesn't make any sense, but we'll take it. Playing against the 10-7 Houston Texans. Ravens went 10-7. Steelers also went 9-8. And the Browns 6-11. Okay, 4,100 yards, 25 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Are we going to ride him out the rest of the rebuild? I feel like we are. Rushing, Hurst, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Grubbs with 11. Receiving, Curtis, 1,100 with 12 touchdowns. Roberts, 925 with 3. Kidd, 6 touchdowns, 1 for Kilmer. On defense, Manning, 125 tackles, 120 for Murray. Sack totals, 14.5 for Madison, 11 for Harper, 10 for Winslow. Interceptions, 2 for Rose, Murray, Bigsby, Coakley. Maybe this is our year. We're 30th? 14th in defense, though. Okay. Jason Drew, MVP. Of course, Billy Pitts is up there, but what else do I really expect when I play this game? Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel. They went 14-3. Interesting. Offensive player. Look at Marshall at 6. Not really sure why, but look at him. Defensive player is Oakman. Hey, Madison at 7. Offensive rookie. Clancy's there. Defensive rookie. Nothing. Let's see if we can take down the Houston Texans, shall we? I think we will. I think we won't. I'm calling it now. The Eagles are going to win another Super Bowl. Chris Stein, 279, 3 touchdowns. Marshall with an interception. Yikes. Straight 58 yards. Touchdown for Sharpton. Touchdown for Hurst. Curtis, 90 yards. Touchdown for Edens. 2 for Ford. That hurts. Called it. The Eagles are now 4-time champions. Tied with Steelers in this video for 4. Beating the Texans 34-31. Dustin Stewart, another MVP. So we have $96 million. We're going to pass on Mike Harris. Byer, we're going to bring back. Simpson, we're going to pass on. Rose, we're going to pass on. Harper, we're going to pass on. Bigsby's coming back. Grubbs will come back. Briggs will come back. Biggers will come back. Not a ton of players, but a good portion of our young base, I would say. So I made 2 offers to corners, and I'm going to try to bring back Rose. But the first one's a 90 overall, 27 years old, scheme fit, and Trey Rushing. The second one, 25 years old, star development, 89 overall. And then you know Marcus Rose, scheme fit, 84 overall. All 3 of them are on the team. I drafted one of the better players I've ever drafted in free safety, Willie Gary, 81 overall. I feel like I also drafted a safety that was a pretty high overall in this video. Would have been near the beginning of it. I don't exactly remember. But that's probably our only draft pick, to be completely honest. We have Marshall all the way up to a 74 overall. We're an 88 overall team. Our offensive line did get a little worse, and a little bit younger, though, which is also be good. So Curtis is superstar, Hurst is superstar. Then on the defense, Manning a 96 overall X Factor. Let's actually try to trade away. I like Money a lot. He was good for our team, but I'm going to see if we can trade away and get something for him. Give me something good. 2 and a 7, 2 and a 7, 3 and a 4. 2 and a 6? Take a 2 and a 6. We went 11 and 6. I love that. Still can't win our division because the Ravens went 13 and 4. But that's a first for this video. Is it just because Marshall's a scheme fit? And I feel like the answer is going to be yes. Look on the right side, though. Billy Pitts, 28 touchdowns, 4,800 yards. Marshall, though, 4,400 yards, 33 and 15. We'll take that if you could bring us to the playoffs. Hurst, 1,100 with 7. Grubbs with 7. Curtis, well, about 1,200 with 4. Roberts, 970 with 12. Kid, 881, 7 touchdowns. Not bad. On defense, Murray, 129 tackles. Sack totals, 17.5 for Jimmy Madison. Love it. 12 for Winslow. Interceptions, 5 for Rose, 4 for Murray. There's Willie Gray. I want to call him, or Willie Gary, rather. I want to call him Willie Gay because of the linebacker, but it's not his name. We're 15th at offensive yards, which means our defense is top 10. Right? No. This game makes no sense sometimes. Brody Bayless, MVP. Oh, look at the Eagles just floating around. They always are. Coach of the Year, we're at number 3. Offensive player, nothing. Defensive player, Jimmy Madison taking it home. Murray at 5. Offensive rookie, Hillhouse at 4. Defensive rookie, really? Gary at 6? Wow. The only player I want to look at is Gary, who has star development, but he's an 85 overall. Can we take down the 9-8 Las Vegas Raiders? I think we can. Certainly can. We're in the divisional round. Can we get to the conference championship by taking down the 9-8 Dolphins? We can. We're playing Houston again. Can we make it to the Super Bowl? Please, oh please, we are there. Your team does not have a defensive coordinator. Try again. What? How do we not have a defensive coordinator? I guess rather than hopping in, we're just going to sim on by it because nothing makes sense about this game. We lost 28-7. Come on. 7 points? 3 interceptions. Come on. That's just ugly. Touchdown for Scooby. 2 for Alexander, 1 for Brewer. Tommy Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. That makes sense. So Bayer, I'm going to bring back again. Scooby can go. We don't care about our punter. Winslow's coming back. Goodson's coming back. Sorry. And that's it. So I'm bringing in 2 veterans. One's a left end in Matt Oakman, 95 overall X Factor. And then a running back, 30 years old, scheme fit, superstar, 93 overall. And we got both of them. Great. Not a great draft. I did take a right guard in the first, who's a 73 overall with hidden development. But the rest, Not great. So we are a 91 overall team. We just lost in the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping we can go back with a 95 defense. Let's get going. 10-7 and in the playoffs again. It's crazy that just some bum of a quarterback's bringing us to the playoffs every year. But Joe Burrow couldn't. Whoever we drafted after that couldn't. Trevor Lawrence couldn't. Nobody could get the job done but our guy Marshall, who threw for 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Once again, don't care. Hurst, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, 10 for Bass. Curtis, 1,000 with 11. Goodson, 900 with 9. Kidd, 740 with 5, 3 for Kilmer. On defense, Murray, 111 tackles. Sack totals, 16.5 for Madison, 12 for Oakman, 6.5 for Summers. And interceptions, 3 for Murray, Bigsby, 2 for rushing, 2 for Rose. Rashard Medlock with the MVP. Interesting. There's Dustin Stewart still up there. Coach of the year. We are at 8 for some reason. Offensive player, nothing from our team. Defensive player, Matson 2, Oakman 3. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, nothing. Let's see if we can take down the Patriots. 11-6. They're an 86 overall. We're a 93 overall. Should be easy enough. Playing the Texans again to get to the conference championship 1 round earlier than last year. And we lost them 24-22. Marshall only had a touchdown, 227. That's not bad. Hurst, 81 yards. Bass had a touchdown. I saw that. Givens, touchdown. Sherman, touchdown. Hurst, touchdown. The Panthers won a Super Bowl, beating the Ravens 31-13. I shouldn't say won a Super Bowl. They're second in this video. Rashard Medlock, Super Bowl MVP. $113 million. Madison's coming back. Oakman's coming back. Manning's coming back. Wallace is coming back. Bass, no. Kilmer, yes. Curtis, yes. Summers, yes. Rose, probably not. Marshall, for sure. McCarron, yes. So I only made one offer to Stephen Harris, who's a 99 overall X-Factor 26-year-old corner. He turned us down. I just threw so much money at you, and we're actually on the come up, and that's what you're going to do to me. That hurts. So I decided to make a few more offers, a corner and Mackey, and 2 receivers. And we got all 3 of them. Great. We have 1 year left. Just a mediocre draft to end this, basically. We're 272 overall players, a right outside linebacker, a corner. We're not really dying for any single position, so it's not a huge deal. But let's go take one final look at our team before we go, hopefully, to the playoffs. We are a 91 overall team. I'm going to put Hart over to right tackle. I'll do that off screen. Other than that, we are good to go. Let's go to the playoffs. We didn't make the playoffs. We went 9-8. That's so disappointing. Marshall, you were doing so well. What happened this final year? What did we lose that held us back? I don't get it. 9 touchdowns for Hurst, 9 for Grubbs. I guess we lost a bunch of our receivers. That's what it seems to be. I don't know. 120 tackles for rushing, not bad. 16 sacks for Madison, 12 for Summers, 10 for Turner. Interceptions, 2 for rushing, Manning, Pollard, and Gary. Oh, the Steelers are back, beating the Vikings 21-9. Matthew Reiner with the Super Bowl MVP. That is the Steelers' 5th Super Bowl victory in this video. So that is going to be the final Super Bowl. Let's go over some stats really quickly. Jaguars won 2, Ravens 2, Panthers 2, Steelers 5, Eagles 4, and then a few ones, Packers, Bills, Falcons, Bucks, Dolphins. Now, for my records, these are all the times I did this record once. 4-13, 5-12, 6-11, and 11-6. 2-timers, I went 10-7 and 7-10. And I went 6 times for 2 of these. I could talk. 9-8 and 8-9. 12 seasons, that's what happened. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what team you want me to do next down in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time.